never be canceled.
We are thriving despite all obstacles, and no one's gonna shut down this parade.
Happy Pride, grandson. I love you.
Happy Pride, we miss you.
Happy Pride.
Pride is not just a festival. It's not just a protest. Pride is all day, every day in here.
We are the Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody. Woo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Savor Pride, presented by New York City Pride, along with On God's Love We Deliver. For those just joining us today, my name is Kaylin Allen, mostly known from the Ellen DeGeneres Show and Kaylin Reacts, and today we're going Southern cuisine. Please welcome Chef Mavis-Jay Sanders and Chef Sicily Johnson.
Hello. Welcome. We were literally negotiating when that video ended. What's up, guys? Happy Pride. You are.
Oh, I'm Mavis-Jay.
And I'm Sicily. We're super pumped to be here. We love God's Love We Deliver. It's something that's super near and dear to our families. I think that it's been a thing that is been a part of our community since we've moved here, because I'm from California. And when we came here with the family, it's been such a huge part of our identity and our community. So we're super excited to do this. And we're gonna have a cocktail later, thanks to SKYY Vodka.
What up, SKYY Vodka?
Drink responsibly in your house. And City is like totally putting all of this together as well. So what are you doing today, girl?
We are actually going to do a pan-seared fish, and then a cold white bean and asparagus salad. You're making
like a fresh herbed green sauce, anything green. You just throw it in the blender.
And the cocktail is SKYY Vodka and watermelon.
Yeah, it's the watermelon vodka.
It's gonna be real jazzy.
Yeah, we rich today. So where do you want to start?
I'm going to start by, so we're going to do all of this, and we're going to do everything within the time span. So it's not like a thing of like, oh, cook this later. If you have your ingredients, you can cook it now. So we're going to start really quickly. First things first, we're going to put the water on the boil on the stove. And that's going to be for my asparagus situation. We're going to blanch it and then chill it really quickly so that it goes into the salad cold. I wanted to do a cold bottom to the fish. Just because it's hot, and I don't know about y'all, but in New York it is super hot, and we got this 100-year-old building that has no
air. My goodness, it's disrespectful, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're gonna start with the asparagus. Is there anything that you need me to do aside from like Vanna White you hella hard and like stand here?
No. So that's gonna be going. I'm actually gonna put a lid on top of the pot
because it helps it boil faster, friends.
Heated. And then after that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and start with my fish. I'm gonna brine my fish. It's gonna be just a simple salt brine. So I'm gonna put this guy in here. I have cold water going in here. I want to brine the fish. If you ever make salmon and you're like super irritated that it is that it has like that white albumin comes out of it, like that, and when you cook it and you don't think it's super sexy, this is my 5.
Yes, that's your 5. She's on the counter. She is pouring, yes, Ariel shot. Come on now. Water. It's like a quart of water and the 5 tablespoons of salt into it. She's got a whisk. I would have never done that. I'd have just shook the container. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's the fancy one. Look at that whisk action.
You like that?
Fresh.
Okay, so the salt will denature the proteins a little bit inside of the fish, and
denature.
And for that, when you go to cook it, all that white stuff won't come out of it, which is the albumin. And then some people say that brining it also makes it easier to it holds together like when you're cooking it. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stand here. So I'll just debut our SKYY Vodka watermelon brand. We have like a little stopper on it because, you know, we just trying to be fancy for y'all. We trying to give y'all our best. So this is super great. You can also put it in the fridge to chill it as well, or the freezer. But I just, every now and then, I just want to pick it up and make an emotional connection with it. So this is one of those times while she is dropping that fish in the brine. So thank you, SKYY Vodka.
I am gonna brine this for 10 minutes. My water is really cold. Fresh out the fridge.
Yes.
All right, cool. And then I can actually go into the asparagus setup. For me personally, when I'm doing the asparagus, I like to peel my asparagus. I feel like it's a little more toothsome.
Fancy.
I
mean, delicious.
It's a little more toothsome. One thing, if you don't ever know where to cut the asparagus, sometimes people they're concerned about like losing too much of it. One thing you can always do is kind of just take your thumb and your pointer finger.
Yep.
And you can just kind of snap, and wherever you snap is like where the woody end, or where the woody end ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna take all those.
Would you like me to assist? No, I'm not gonna.
All right, I'm gonna take all those.
I also know how you get in the kitchen, so I'm not gonna be like, well, let me help, and then you'd be like, ma'am, space.
So I have all of those like so, and then I'm also gonna peel them a little bit. I just like to hold them by the head, and really quickly.
If you can't see, she's up above you in the aerial shot, but she is taking it, turning it, and peeling it.
Yeah. I'm not actually going to trash these. I am one of those chefs who's like, yo, I want to save everything for life.
Every damn thing. It's a freezer full of who knows what and why in there. It's like, what was in there that I'm trying to figure out? Matter of fact,
don't do me like that, girl. Come on, now.
Look, okay, hold on. This is perfect. Yeah.
What is that? Oh yeah.
This is the damn lemons I was looking for. I mean, lime. This is the woody part of the asparagus. She didn't throw it away. It's in the freezer, dry rotting for whatever reason.
No, don't do that to me. Because like, if I like summertime's coming around and in my head, like at some point when the pandemic is over, I'm gonna go to the market and I'm gonna get some stuff and I'm gonna make like a nice gazpacho and. So I'm gonna have all the situation. Like, I don't know. I don't really like wasting things. It's just like throwing away money. And then one day when I'm hungry and I'm like, I'm hungry and I'm broke. And it's just like, you know that stuff you threw away? You could have been eating
all
nice
those woody pieces of asparagus.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, ladies.
Yo, don't do me like
Hey,
that.
ladies,
So,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, I have a question. So, Jill wants to know, what is EVU?
Oh, EVO, extra virgin olive.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
See, I was like, who is EVU? Okay,
No, but
extra
here's
virgin
the thing,
olive
yeah.
oil.
When you go to culinary school, because I was watching yesterday.
You did
gonna have a
So,
leg
you
up.
know, you know.
Yeah, I'm ready for you. So let's talk about oil. She loves extra virgin olive oil. I'm a grapeseed oil person, but you can use anything if you want. No, look at her face.
Don't say that about me. Don't say that about me. I'm not gonna sit here and say I love extra virgin olive oil. That's not true for all cooking purposes.
For this particular one, grapeseed. Yeah,
okay?
but you can use a flavor. Like I'm a
I
person
too
who
use olive
prefers
oil.
peanuts. See, yes, but it's like it doesn't have a high smoke point, so it can burn really quickly. So like the grapeseed oil has more durability, but you can mix them and make a hybrid, and you can like have extra virgin olive oil flavor, grapeseed oil strength. If I wouldn't die, I would always say use peanut oil for everything because it's delicious, but I want to live.
I don't know if I necessarily. Here's what I'm gonna say. Choosing your oil is all about your flavor and like what your intentions are.
Yes.
A chef once told me that like olive oil is very bold. Like it's it's aggressive. It's always gonna like have its own profile. You put olive oil in something, it's gonna end up tasting like olive oil. You choose like grapeseed or like a butter or something like that, it's fluid. It's gonna adapt to whatever flavor.
That's fluid.
I
was gonna say no nuts, and that would have been inappropriate.
To whatever it is that you want to do. If you're using like an infused oil, just be careful.
We do that. We use a lot of
like salads and stuff.
Garlic oil in this house.
Oh yeah. With grapeseed.
Yes.
Well, that's because like I don't want my garlic to go bad, and I do most of the time.
Because you don't throw nothing away.
I could feed my garlic often. I don't throw anything away.
You don't throw anything away.
I'm not.
That's not true. There are non-food items that you throw away very frequently. It's just the food you don't want to.
Okay, cool. I'm also gonna cut up some celery for my salad.
Do you want me to move anything for you?
What am I gonna say? I'm out here using your knife. Oh, so because it is a raw salad, I am gonna peel this as well, and it is 100% a flavor texture thing. Sorry. I think it makes all the difference. Just a little bit sexy, just a little more care in it. You could tell I am a little bit finicky about my food when it comes to cold things. Oh, all things, but definitely cold things. Because I feel like it's like heat, like the way that heat reacts with food, like it's way more palatable. You have to be a little more elegant.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was just laughing because I'm like a hella texture person, and sometimes you look at me like I'm crazy.
I just disagree. I feel like
when you said that, I was offended.
Like you don't like bananas, and I don't feel like
I
has
don't.
anything
I
to
think
do.
that they're a disrespectful creature.
So I'm just gonna go with like a solid small dice here. I've cut it in half.
Yes.
Hey ladies,
I'm back again, and now I have a question from Claire. Now, Claire wants to know, where should non-chefs buy seafood in New York City?
Ooh. Nobody's paying me for this.
Nobody's. This is not. I mean,
Claire, I'm gonna tell you where I go, and I'll tell you why real quick too.
Okay.
I always go to Greenpoint.
Yes.
Lobster, and that's why I got my fish today. Because like in a pinch one day, I needed help, and a lot of people won't. If you're not a big name chef, they won't give you terms. I didn't have any cash. I had ordered seafood from another place, and they like jipped me the day of an event, and I was gonna be at the James Beard House, so I was like nerves raw, and I called Greenpoint, and I told them what was happening, and they were like,
they dropped everything.
They dropped everything, got me the fish in the middle of New York, and then it was like, pay me when you can. And on top of that, they use a smart catch system, so they do sustainable fish. So like you feel good about it, and it is just better tasting fish. So I mean that's why I like to go to Greenpoint. All right, cool. So I got all this.
Good answer.
My bad.
I feel like I've got nothing to do. The only thing I'm contributing to this is a sauce and a cocktail.
I'm good with both of those things. I appreciate you for what you are. So you know what? If you want to do something,
that didn't mean that, but yes, I can.
If you want to do something,
no, yes, I'm available.
You can take the fish out of the brine.
Mm-hmm. And where would you like me to land it?
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I had pulled some paper towels, so that you can dry it off.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really working today.
So, that's happening. Is this stuff makes? I can't believe how wide that camera goes. Anyway,
that's wild.
And like, you know what else is wild? This knife of yours.
I'm sorry.
It's so
I
tiny.
have very small hands.
I don't know what happened. I taught a class today. Should have used my knife. All right. So I'm just gonna do like a rough small brunoise in this shallot situation. Essentially, we're just gonna cut it as small as we possibly can. It's not gonna be.
But that's not a mince.
That's not a mince. If you're gonna mince it, it's gonna be like more of a paste situation. You're gonna do some pressing on it after you cut it this way.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Yeah.
Question. When you are cooking vegetables, or do you have any tips and tricks as far as cutting the vegetables? Also, do your kids ever cook with you?
We like peace of mind. No, I'm just kidding. They cook on their own. We don't participate in that. They're old enough. They are 8 and 12. They can do that all by themselves. And plus, it allows them to be creative when they're in the house. So we don't participate in that because, you know, like we can see the kitchen from our bedroom. Like all of this is open. So I'm the parent that goes, "You all right? You need no? Okay." And I will like watch them, or I'll watch and then I'll wait to the very end to be like, "Do you need anything?" So by the time they say no, it's already done. You know what I'm saying? You've already dropped the food in the fryer and took it out. So no. But they cook on their own. Our oldest right now, this is going to sound super inappropriate, but if context matters, it's virgin, is into making cocktails, like mocktails. The smaller one is into fish right now. I mean, not fish, shrimp. So while we're talking, you've just put your celery, your shallots, your oil, your red wine vinegar. I don't know. It was moving so fast. I got nervous. What else did you put in there?
All of my situation that I had going on here is everything that we just cut up, which are the shallots and the.
I can Vanna White you pretty heavy too.
Like, what does that mean?
Like, just move stuff and point to it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna say?
Your Mies tray.
Oh yeah, from my Mies, I had a shallot. I'm about to do some garlic. Which I am gonna mince, and then I put the celery in there. It has olive oil and red wine.
Do you want me to drop your asparagus in?
Yes, if you're going, but before you drop it.
Shit. I was hoping that would be it. Guys, I'm just.
Oh, okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm finicky, right? Like, so.
That's real.
My What am I about to say?
I don't know.
No. What am I about to say?
What would you like me to put in first?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Tell the people.
No, you go ahead.
No, for it.
Vanna doesn't normally talk. She just presses the letter.
Well,
so I'm just gonna. Never mind. So you want me to? I'm just gonna put it in your camera right here.
This one.
You want me to? This I feel real remedial. So the base.
Yeah.
And then how much the body. How much time would you like? And then for me to do the tip.
Okay.
Or do you feel the tip is necessary? No pressure.
No, I want to put the tip in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how much time do the people need?
That's a good question. I'm sorry that I didn't think of that before. I'm gonna say you're probably gonna drop the base first.
Okay.
Wait 45 seconds. Drop the tips.
Hey Siri. No, I'm just playing.
Yo Siri. All right, so I have this garlic minced up real nice, real sexy. Like how when I was talking about making it a mince and making it a paste, I was talking about taking the blade of the knife and pressing it down as such to make it really smooth. I know that somebody out there is yelling about you lost all your oils inside of your board.
Me?
Yeah. So
Hey
that's good
ladies,
for
I
me.
got
I
another
think it's
question.
Available. Tell me. Libra. No, I'm just playing what?
Who does most of the cooking in the house, and who does the dishes?
Oh, I don't know the first part of that answer, but I'm sure the dishes part is me. That was a lie.
She does neither nor.
I don't do the dishes. Our 12-year-old does the dishes, and we let them pile up all day because we like to torture her. And then at the end of the night, she's supposed to do the dishes like Cinderella. I don't participate in the cooking.
She said,
they be wearing me out.
Oh my gosh.
That's not true. I do cook, but like
When you're experimenting with something.
yeah. Okay, do you want me to pull this now? Would you like it to go a bit longer?
Okay,
Should the
so
people test
at this
it?
point, yeah, let's talk about testing it. I don't think it's going to be ready for sure.
Mhm.
I'm
not sure where
It's over here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this isn't ready to go.
Well, how long do the people need?
How long has it been?
I just counted 45 seconds.
Did
know
you
what I'm
really?
saying? Yes, I literally counted
That's
45
so
seconds. I was over here 1 Mississippi, 2 and 3 in it.
Yo, yeah. It'll be ready to go. did you say?
Emotionally fork tender.
Yeah.
Not like fully fork tender.
Move on.
Good?
Mhm.
Okay, let me grab your bowl.
I think I was just gonna
Can I go straight in here?
yeah. I was actually looking for that. You know what happened to that red one?
Red what?
Never mind. The red what's it called?
So this is going into like an ice bath to she was a segue for you to finish. So the people
You got it, girl.
to shock the her fabulous veggies to keep them green and not let them continue to cook. So it's cold. I'm gonna stick it in.
Hey, y'all.
You want me to do that? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna come in and talk to y'all for a while we cooking everything. So tell me a little bit about how you all got started. Like, how do you know each other? How did we get to this point?
First I was afraid. I was petrified. Because I could never live my life without you by my side. We actually met. Would you like to tell them how you got there first, and then I can tell them how we met, because I think that's a pretty great story of why you moved from here to New York. I mean, from New York to California. Your desire for change. No, I'm reaching. Okay. I was trying to be deep. You know what I'm saying? So she, like, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to set the stage. She moved. She was here, and she moved to California with a bunch of friends and started a very jazzy food truck called Pico House, where they made these over-the-top, expensive bowls.
Don't do me like that. That's not even true.
Fresh, luscious.
That's why you know that this is full of it, because of the fact that the whole entire point of Pico House was to take everything that we have learned cooking and fine dining,
Yes.
and make it more accessible. So we
Yes.
didn't do anything over $10,
Right.
But everything was organic and like thoughtfully sourced and then purposefully prepared.
Healthy.
It may not have been your jam.
It was great. I didn't say that. I said it
She
was
didn't
healthy.
eat it. She didn't eat it, right? So what happens is like when you're
Because
on
that
a food
wasn't
truck
my intention.
and all your
You know what I'm
trucks
saying?
together.
I was talking to her for a purpose. It wasn't about the food.
What were you
So what kind of stuff were you
I was-
making?
So it was like they had one.
No. What were you talking to me for?
Because I wanted to get to know you.
Right.
They had one. What was it? They were like the names of, like, I'm gonna say like Slauson and Western. That was not the name of a bowl, but it'd be like things like that.
Oh, like
Like-
Crenshaw.
Yeah, it was like, you know, LA streets or intersections or something. They were very like rice and veggies and
They were heirloom grains. I don't know why you know this.
it was very healthy.
We were doing like all
It
our own
was very over the
smoking,
top.
pickling, curing, fermenting, everything.
All
It
the
was
things
pretty
you'll learn in
boss.
culinary school when
All
you
the
go.
things you'll
It'd
learn.
be so exciting. And so this is where this story also gets very stressful, because we have two very different recollections of this story. So I'll just tell mine because I believe that mine is true. So one day we were in downtown and I used to be the sous chef on this food truck that made stovetop custard, aka pudding that was overpriced. And it'd be like a cup of pudding for like $14. It was really ridiculous. But we made it was me and one other person that was the executive, and then we had like all these people that would come in and work for us. But we would do like a banana pudding and make vanilla, like brown butter vanilla. I was talking about her over the top, and then I said that, and that was a fail too. Brown butter vanilla wafers from scratch, and like all of these things. And we made like vegan puddings. So the moment that I remember is we were at this event in downtown LA for some fashion conference thing, and we pulled up, and then her truck pulled behind us, and she likes to say that she came up first, and that's an untruth. I went over there and I was like, "Oh, what is this? What is going on over here with all this healthy?" And I'm gonna tell you how this is true, and this is where I know that I'm telling the truth. So I went because
This is how
before
you
events,
know.
you'd be like, hey, you want to trade stuff? Like, we got this, you know, it's like a bartering thing. Which I want to eat, we're going to trade. It's going to be free. It's going to be great. And so I went up to their truck because there was another truck there, and it's like a lovely Asian girl who does like only soul food, and it's great. And so she also brings cocktails when we do events that we can all share. So I went up to their truck and I ordered a bowl, and they had this thing called the ugly fruit drink, where this is how you know it was true. Look at her. So it's like the seconds and like all the unpretty fruit that they sell in the market, and they make like a really over the top bougie drink out of it. So I got that, and we started chit-chatting, and she was giving me all the eyes and all of the things that the children do back in the day. And it was like super cute. And then I walked away, and I like sashayed back another time, and I was like, this could be a thing. This is exciting. And then she cold shouldered me hella heavy and came onto our truck and walked on like this. What is this?
If I cold shouldered her, if that was a thing,
I'm persistent.
why was I on her truck?
Okay, sure.
Science.
Let's pretend.
Basic
Okay.
math.
So she walked on and she was like, what are sprinkles?
No.
Like that was her whole get down.
Do you think that's how my body moves? Do you think like what? I can't even mimic that right now in this moment.
And so like that was really it. Like we kept in contact very little. And then it wasn't until like 2 years later, I moved to the Bay because I opened a restaurant with my mother. I became a part of an incubator program called La Cucina. And my mother and I, we opened a restaurant called Pinky and Reds. It's on Cal's campus in Berkeley. And so then I was like sliding in her DMs heavy, you know what I'm saying? And we were socializing, and it was long distance, and it got serious. And then we were like, you know, she would come for like the girls' school events, like Madison.
Fly across
What was that?
the country.
Madison was like singing something stupid, like singing at school or something. And she came and she visited, and yeah. And then at one point we were like,
You want to make this a thing?
we should make this like a permanent thing and like be a family. And so the girls and I moved to New York with no air and the cold and in a California coat. And
Oh, that was
powered
real.
through.
The day they got here, it was like a bit of a winter.
It's a different thing. I don't appreciate it. So your bean salad's done.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
So had it not been for me
Wow.
being persistent,
Wow.
the glue
Wow.
that keeps it. So this is what the bean salad looks like. I'm not gonna touch it because I don't want
You
to
can
yell at
fold
me.
it.
Oh,
she
nice.
wanted to taste it.
Okay. You know what's funny is like when you like, yes, if you're like cooking for other people and they see, or definitely at a restaurant, you don't double dip. But it always fascinates me that like you watch other people cook in their homes and they don't double dip. Like double dip is just y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just us. And our 8-year-old ain't gonna eat this. She don't eat beans.
She's not gonna eat the beans. That's facts. She's gonna be like, "Yo, can I have a hot dog tonight?"
That's real.
That's facts.
Oh, it's good.
Why do you say like you surprised? Why are you surprised that it's good? Don't do me like that.
Because in my mind, I was going to be like, it needs salt. But I'm like, it's fine. Okay. Beans, fish done. You want to put this in the fridge and chill it?
Yeah. One thing I will say I regret about this whole situation is that I would have done the entire bunch of asparagus, I think, because I only did like half the bunch. And I want more asparagus in the salad now that I'm looking at it.
Can I also tell you what I would have emotionally invested in?
Tell me.
For them to be separate. Like if you would have split your dressing and done a little asparagus over here and the bean salad over here, and then gave me beans on the bottom and asparagus on the top.
But I feel like I'm going to go sauce, beans, fish.
Right. So if you would have done sauce, beans, and then like asparagus and then fish, it would have gave me like
fish would have
a color contrast. You know what? Okay.
And it's like, what color contrast?
Y'all don't want me to be great.
I do want you to be great all the time. Okay, cool. So I got my fish right here. I patted it dry, a little squeezy bottle. And one thing I'm going to be sure to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put the oil directly on my skin, and then rub it over to make sure that it all gets coated. And I go into my hot pan. I have a hot pan on the back. Before this, we checked to make sure that, you know, there were no scales and no bones. I actually had to pull out a Leatherman. Thank you, Dad.
Yes, thank you.
To get the bones out.
Hey, y'all.
Didn't have it.
Hello.
So I got another question. So can we substitute that fish with any other kind of fish? And also, how do I make sure that my house doesn't have a fishy smell when preparing fish?
Oh,
Yes, black people. Vinegar. You can boil vinegar.
Yeah, if you're not happy about the smell of the vinegar, you can also you can do the vinegar. You can also add like different stuff. Like you want to put like a cinnamon stick and some orange into it
to boil it, and it'll give you potpourri vibes. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, you could do this with steak. You could do it with chicken. It just depends. Actually, wouldn't hate this if you did steak and you seared the steak and then it was cold. That would be nice for me. Ooh, look at you.
I'm actually putting my thickest piece of fish down first, just for the record.
Why?
For cooking times. Okay, I'm going to put it in the pan. I'm going to place it going away from me. And I'm going to hold it for a second just to make sure that skin doesn't buckle on me. And I want it to stay flat. I understand this can be a little bit intimidating for people. Please don't be scared.
Hey, y'all. So I have a question for the culture.
Yes.
For the culture.
So what's your vision for food within the Black LGBTQ plus culture?
I mean, I'm always Black. I believe, okay, so it's a little, we have the same mission for Black people, but I think the conduit the way you get there is a bit different. Come on, conduit. I believe that we've always been here. I have a love for like American classics. I love diners. I love that whole thing. So for me, it's telling the American. I don't necessarily rock with the whole soul food vibe because I just feel like, what is that? It's not ours anymore. It's become something, I believe it's comfort food. And so telling the lens of what that food looks like and how it's moved through the United States and it migrates through the lens of Black people. That for me is what that means. I mean, I'm all about comfort. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Mm-hmm. So I think that we like the same food. I think that, but I'm like obsessed with diner, fried chicken and pancakes, burgers, those kind of things, and how can we take the techniques that we've learned in finer spaces or in culinary school and apply that with nostalgia and give our version of the Black story with Black girl magic. What is your answer?
I think for me, when it comes to food, I'm all about access. I think that, you know, it's complete BS that, you know, natural foods are a luxury for the rich, and there's a lot of people who are struggling. I didn't realize how segregated food was until like I left home and went to college, and then I came back home. I left home and went to culinary school, and I came back home and it was just like impossible to find fresh herbs or like the veg that I wanted, like green veg that I wanted. The only thing that was green was either collards or romaine or iceberg or something like that. You know what I mean? And then it makes me really upset too when you go into those places and all the good grocery stores on the other side of town and all the veg over here, unless you like go to a farmer's market or a flea market or something, if you go into the grocery store, it's going to be like, you can tell that it's starting to go. Like, it's not even like the freshest stuff.
Yeah, like it's the lettuce is browning and
like the potatoes are squishy. I'm like, why would you give this to me?
Yeah.
So like no one, it made me realize, you know, this is why my parents should take it to the flea market all the time to get my veg. So I just get it straight from the farmer. You know what I'm saying?
Flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, you did it. Look at you. So deep. So your fish is going. Do you want to talk about sauce?
Yeah.
While we're doing this, while we're a lady in waiting. Sauce. Here, I'll put it on the cutting board. Since I only had one thing to do, I gave you my best. So this green sauce. It's cilantro, mint, parsley, green onions, garlic, cumin, coriander, green olives without the pit. Red chili flakes. There's no salt. So if you look at the recipe and you're like, where's the salt? There is no salt. This is super fresh, but it has like a dense, little spicy kick to it. And everything's like on the tray. And preserved lemons. I'm like hella hyped because I preserved these lemons 50 million years ago.
50 million
and
years.
This is the first time we're
top of the pandemic.
No, it was you're not gonna do that to me. It was 5 weeks ago. So and then it's preserved lemons. And the thing I love is preserve you in the camera. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, that's so nice. Or you want to put it right there? Because I think I don't know where it's at. And we can talk about preserving lemons if we need to. And an actual lemon. Do you want the juice from that? It's okay if you end up using a little bit of the preserved lemon juice. It's just not going to be as acidic. You want to put it's very labor intensive. You throw all of these things into the blender.
Sure.
Now,
what if I don't have preserved lemon?
I mean, that's okay. You can use regular lemons. And honestly, you can be adventurous. You can use oranges. I preserve those as well. You can use different fresh fruits with like something acidic with a little bit of kick. If you don't use something acidic, you can add a little bit of like white vinegar in it and whatever kind of fruit that you like. Like you could do like a raspberry. The one thing I will say with this is you want to be mindful of the color. You don't want it to get muddy. So you want to put everything into the blender, right? But when you do it, you want to do your leafy stuff and your green onions first. And then you want to layer it in because it helps the blender work a little better, right? So you want to go parsley, mint, cilantro, green onions at the bottom of the blender. And then you want to do olives, your preserved lemon, your seasoning. And then it's like 2/3 a cup of oil, all of that over the top because the oil will trickle down the blender and get it moving. And then you blend it until it's smooth. So if you let it go long enough, you don't have to strain it. You want a little bit of leaves. You want to see some stuff in it, but you don't necessarily want it chunky. You're going to blend it. We're not blending it today because who wants to hear that noise? And then you just can put it in a container, put it in the refrigerator, and keep it cool. I use this sauce as a sauce. I've also used it as a marinade on chicken. So you can play with it a whole bunch of different ways. You can use it as a like a sauce of pasta. You can use it, thin it out a little bit and have it as a soup. Like you can add a little bit of chicken stock and it'll be like a good little soup. It's delicious. Boom. That's all I got. My time. That's all I got until it's done.
Do you want to make that?
I can. Yeah. You want to start day drinking now?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, we got that.
Basically done.
I'm looking for my fish to be about like 2/3 up of the way up before I flip it.
The cook line, you're saying?
Yeah, is that what they call it?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, it's a cook line. It's gonna turn up white.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, y'all.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey.
So everybody's ready to start drinking, but I also hear that you have a pop-up event coming up, and we want to hear about it.
Yes, so we have a pop-up this Saturday and Sunday in Brooklyn from 11 to 5 at this really amazing place in Brooklyn on Franklin called Hunky Dory. We're only serving 2-ish things. We're going to do, so we name all of our dishes after something in Black culture. So it's called I Can't Stand the Rain because it's a very interesting reason why, but it's fried chicken and pancakes. We make the flour for that we season the fried chicken in. It's so everything's from scratch. So one is fried chicken and pancakes, and the other one is a meatloaf burger, because I believe that everyone should eat meatloaf always. So it's those two things, and then we also bottle hot sauce. So we have a hot sauce, hello, a mild, it's a seasonal mild, and then a sweet heat. And we're selling those on the day. And you can pre-order. So if you're in Brooklyn or you have a way to get to Brooklyn, it's off the Franklin stop. It's super easy. You can pre-order, go on Hunky Dory's website. It's Hunky with a U, not a O. I'm sorry. Yes. A Hunky with the U. So it's hunkydorybk.com, and you can pre-order that. Boom. Okay, cocktail.
Yes, cocktail.
I'm really excited, even though secretly I don't drink.
Why is that a secret?
I mean, I don't know. People don't know that I don't drink alcohol. There's a reason why I don't drink alcohol. It's actually pretty sad.
Oh, so you should tell them why you don't drink.
Yeah.
Like, yo, she got off that TV show and turned into a loser.
Yeah. That would be a better story. I don't drink because I have this sounds really weird. I'm allergic to a lot of things, and I'm also allergic to yeast and to like trees, right? So anything, this is sad. I'm also allergic to wheat, peanuts, like everything in life. So for fermenting, making alcohol, yeast, I can't drink it because I can smell it and it gives me a hangover. So I have to be like, find which ones I can drink that like soften the blow. And I also like sugary drinks. So like the yeast and the sugar are just a bad combination for me. And then I have a oak allergy, so I can't have wine because half of them are aged in oak barrels. Okay, so cocktail.
Okay,
right?
I got a question.
So,
Hold on. I got a question. Now, you just said that you're allergic to peanuts, but you was just a couple of minutes ago praising peanut oil. So I'm trying to put two and two together. Because you got a lot of allergies. You got a lot going on.
So let me tell you one thing that makes her very angry. The thing that I love to eat, like I love to stress eat in general. But the thing that I love to eat is almond joys, right? Like Mounds just don't do it. So almond joys. So
can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes. Oh, look at that. You want to put it here? Put it here.
I don't
so
know.
you can see it.
You're right. Cool, where we at? Can you see it? So once I flipped my fish and it was like nice and crispy on this side, I went and put in a little bit of garlic, thyme, and butter. Put in cold butter. It started to froth, and as it started to froth, I just started to baste my fish a little bit, and you get it nice and sexy.
Everything is whole. Yeah. Nothing is minced. The garlic, the thyme.
Yeah, no, it was a whole piece. I don't want to do all that, and it's easy to pull out. But yeah, nice and sexy, nothing overcooked. That's how we do it. This is how we do it.
Okay, so let's talk about your cocktail, right? It says 2 ounces of SKYY Vodka. It's 2 ounces of SKYY Vodka, half an ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of simple syrup. It says cucumber cubes and watermelon, right? Watermelon vodka. So we're actually gonna do the cucumbers as like jazzy strips and shave them into the glass. But we bought a watermelon a while ago, so we're actually not gonna use cucumber cubes. We're gonna switch it up and use watermelon ice cubes, and they've been frozen for 50 million years. She don't throw nothing
like
away.
that. No, that's BS. Our neighbor came. She made our neighbor flatbread, and she like kept making it for her, and our neighbor was really excited about it. And she gifted us a watermelon, and the kids were like, it's got corona. And I was like, yo, chill out. So I just froze it to like use it later and not let it go bad, because I don't like throwing food away.
Oh, that's real. So that's where we are. So I'm gonna drop our watermelon ice cubes into there. And then I'm gonna measure out, this is 1 ounce, so we need 2 of our SKYY Vodka. Boom, 1, 2, I mean, you can always eyeball this. I mean, who's really wants to live this life? A little bit of lime juice. I'm not gonna measure it out. I'm gonna squeeze these lovely things into our shaker. A little more. So let me tell you what we did do, because this recipe also says that you can add like seltzer or soda. Mavis is very fancy and I love it. So we made a simple syrup with limes in it.
Lime. Put limes as because I don't want to throw anything.
Because we didn't throw it on the way. I don't want to, you know. So we're gonna use that. And I like mine a little sweeter, so I have to be careful because I also know that she doesn't like hers like this, and I don't want to do that to her. So I'm actually gonna try to measure it out well, and then I'm gonna drink with y'all today.
Oh, babe.
But then after this, I'm gonna get this. That's my life. I'm gonna take this Benadryl and lay it on down. Okay, that was half an ounce, so we can do that. I don't want to. I'll add more to mine, because I know you don't like it. Okay, so just to be clear, I saw Amanda do this yesterday, and she started shaking this thing, and she could not get it off. And I was like, "You not gonna do me like that?"
Mm-hmm. Are you talking to the
shaker? Yes, you're not gonna do me like that, shaker.
Aren't you just supposed to like bust it up against the side of the counter?
Yeah, I'm nervous, so I'm shaking it with fear. You know what I'm saying? Not with like I can hear it moving. I'm like, "You're not gonna get stuck." See, that was very scary. You're not gonna play me today.
Had Madison do it. Really.
Madison would have been like Billy Blanks in it. So these are our glasses. I'm gonna put a little in Mavis's glass, a little sparkling water, and then I'm actually gonna put some more simple syrup in mine. It's nice when you do it with the lime and a little bit of lime juice in it, because it gives me all the emotional feelings that you get from like drinking Sprite. And I'm actually gonna put them in here. I'm just gonna drop it in there. Give me a little over the topness.
Hey y'all, I got another question.
What up, boo? Yeah.
First of all, you're doing wonderful plating over there, but we have a question from Star. Star wants to know, how long should the fish be pan-seared?
Oh, it depends on the thickness of your fish.
Yes.
So what happens is when you're searing it, and I feel like this a lot about food, and blame it on restaurants. You just have to watch, like every piece of ingredient is a little bit different. So timing it is like, and being like, 5 minutes all the time is not doing your ingredients or your farmer justice. So like get to know your food, like have an ongoing relationship with it. The thicker the pieces, the thicker the pieces of the fish are going to take a little bit longer. So what you're waiting for is like when you're searing it on that one side, you can put it in a hot pan, and then once it's down, once the fish is down, after I'd say like a minute or so, you can kind of turn your heat down to like a medium low-ish situation. And you're just going to watch for what she was calling the cook line. You're going to see it like from the skin up, it's going to start to turn like white.
To the middle.
Cook. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll go towards the center.
Yeah, and I would say like, if you say to the middle, up towards the middle, I'd say like 2/3, about that. Like I flip it.
And then have it repeat.
Right. But then after like a few seconds, I just turn off the heat. And that's when I start to throw in my garlic and my thyme for the purpose of basting. Oh. Because there's enough heat that my butter is going to start to melt and brown a little bit, and I can you can just keep basting it and it'll come out real sexy, real crisp. It's like really got a nice texture on it.
This tastes great. I see why Amanda was drinking all of this yesterday. This tastes phenomenal.
Yo.
And I don't even drink. Cheers.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah. No,
hey y'all.
I appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
So I actually have a question now from New York City Pride themselves. They want to know, what does pride mean to you?
That tastes great. I'm gonna be sick. Drink responsibly. Pride. Okay, so for you go. You want to say what it means to you?
Piece. I think pride is about being able to live your truth authentically. In spite of what everybody else may say or think. it's not easy, but it's standing in who you are and loving yourself, and you're making it run.
Sorry, I just wanted to show the people. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a thing. And yes, live authentically. Live your truth, guys.
Live your truth. Yeah, that's what I think it is. What about you, babe?
I'm just so grateful that, like, yeah, I mean, this time in quarantine has been the things that queer and Black people were not able to do. When I'm saying just being able to freely walk down the street, and the luxury of being human was not that long ago. So I think it, being out and proud means something so much more to me now. Just being able to be normal, and also Pride is like giving hope to the people who can't be that. It's the one time a year that they can really be who they want to be without living in fear of judgment or death, quite frankly. And I think that that's beautiful. I mean, and it also is like great for like our children. It's nice to see what a family can be like. I think that that's another stereotype that like I'm happy to demystify a bit. But also for our girls, whatever road they take, their foundation is compassion, right? Because they know what it means to be Black, a woman, and be raised by two queer women. So their capacity for acceptance is so wide. So I think that's a good time. I love a gathering. I love a hang. So any excuse to hang out, I'm here for it. I think that's
Hey, y'all.
It means to me. Hello.
That was an absolute wonderful answer. Oh, you have something for me?
I have something for you. I mean, it's virtually, so it actually is for you, but really it's for us. So our kid. Okay, so I wasn't born with these allergies. Marley gave them to me, our 8-year-old, when she was born. So every allergy that I have, it was actually hers. And in the womb, she passed them along to me. It's a gift that I'm so grateful for. So one of the things is we can't have ice cream because she's allergic to eggs. So I watched you yesterday, and where is it? Okay, here's one. And so my 8-year-old today, you can't really see it because it's so much, but she made you peach cobbler ice cream.
Oh my goodness, that is, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I hope that y'all enjoy it in my favor, in remembrance of me, But thank y'all so much. I think the dish looks amazing. When I think about Pride myself, I think of Pride as being living our most authentic lives and finding real joy in our lives and staying true to that. And also breaking down our own generational traumas, and facing those things. I'm a strong advocate for therapy. I think that is so important, especially with being Black and queer, especially during this time of Pride and Black Lives Matter. So it's very important to take care of your mental health. And thank y'all so much for being here on Savor Pride. This was an absolute wonderful episode. I don't even eat fish, but now I want to go get me some fish.
Eat fish if you can. If you haven't, please donate to God's Love We Deliver. If you signed up, just a little bit of context, and you did the $40 ticket, that serves 4 meals to someone. Yeah. And they serve meals to people who are terminally ill with HIV and AIDS, if those of you that don't know, or everything. And they also feed their families if they can't feed their families. So $50 is a half a week's worth of meals for someone. And it's great because not only do they get the meals, they get the community, right? Like they know their delivery person, they have a relationship with them, they have a relationship with the people at God's Love, and like they do delicious brownies. They give them a birthday cake every year. So if you can, even if $10 go somewhere, if you could do that, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you to Citi. I'm gonna be back. And remember this when I ask for a line of credit. To SKYY Vodka, I'm so grateful. I'm gonna drink this and then go lay in the bed and finish watching TV. NYC Pride. we'll be expecting for you to call us next year when everyone's out of the house. And to you, we're so happy to see your career and how it's blossoming, and to see what you do with food.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. We're doing the best we can with what we got, baby.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, that's a wrap here today.
Pride can never be canceled.
We are thriving despite all obstacles, and no one's gonna shut down this parade.
Happy Pride, grandson. I love you.
Pride, we miss you. Happy Pride. Pride is not just a festival. It's not just a protest. Pride is all day, every day in here.
We are the Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody. Woo!